I want to talk to you about your furnace. Patrick Summers here, President and CEO of General Air Conditioning and Plumbing and host of the Tradepreneur Show podcast. Listen, I want to talk to you about your furnace in your home and some of the things you can do on your own or check on your own if your heat's not coming on, right? So your system may turn on, but will not heat and then eventually shuts off. So real quick, what's happening in that scenario a lot of times is one of the safeties is not checking off, so to speak, to allow the system to fire. See, a furnace has a lot of safeties in it to keep you safe and your family safe. There's certain things that like dominoes that have to fall in order for the furnace to kick on. And if everything doesn't check or fall in line, that furnace will not fire. Further complicating it, most furnaces, if they attempt to fire and they fail to fire after so many times, let's say typically it's 5, if it tries to fire off and the 5th time it can't, now it's going to lock out and you're going to have to reset the furnace in order to make sure it can fire back up. But you still got to figure out why it's not firing up. Couple things you can check before calling for service. Number one, first and foremost, I always say, check the thermostat. Make sure the thermostat is lit up, has power. Make sure the settings are correct. Make sure that your fan is set to auto and make sure that your system is set to heat. And if it's programmed, make sure the thermostat is set to the right temperature to come on, all right? So if you've got it set to come on at 68 degrees and it's 70 degrees in your house, it's not gonna come on. I know that's common sense, but you need to take that into consideration, that it may just be that it hasn't reached the point and you've got to adjust the set point. Now, that said, it could also be in programming that you need to adjust and take it out of its programming. And in some thermostats, that can be complicated. Thermostats are getting a little bit more intuitive, but older thermostats can be very confusing. Check the batteries in the thermostat, right? A lot of times thermostats can be powered by the unit itself. Some are primary power from the batteries, usually AA batteries. So check that. Now, if the thermostat is not the issue, the next thing I would recommend checking is if your furnace is in a hall or a basement or a garage and it's easy access, go check and make sure it's plugged in. Now, if it's in an attic and you don't have easy access to an attic, I wouldn't make that the next step. But if it's one of these that's easy access and you just can walk up to it and look, just make sure the plug is in. Now, you may not have power at that plug, and unless you have the right instruments, which is a voltmeter, to test an outlet, don't test an outlet, all right? Now, you can go to a Home Depot, Lowe's, hardware store, and get one of those testers that you just plug in. It's going to tell you if there's power and if the polarity is right. But if you don't have it, I wouldn't mess with that. But make sure it's plugged in. Now, what you can do if it's like in a closet, you could get something else like a vacuum, plug it into the outlet, and then if it comes on, it's a simple way to test that you know that it is the outlet itself is not the issue. The next thing that you check is your breaker, your circuit breaker. Now, your system, your home is going to have a circuit breaker for the outdoor unit, the condenser. It's going to have a breaker for the indoor unit, which is the furnace, the air handler, the FAU as it's called, which is a forced air unit. Check that. Make sure that's not tripped. If it's tripped, try and reset it. If you can reset it and that's the issue, it may have just been a power surge, some sort of intermittent issue, no big deal. Could be something more complicated and it will trip again. If it trips again, probably time to call a licensed, insured, bonded HVAC repair company. If you're in the desert, love you to call the general, but just make sure you call a qualified repair facility. Now, if the breaker will not reset, do not force it. You've got bigger issues. Call an HVAC repair company. If all of those things check out and it's none of those things, you're probably going to have to, or you should call an HVAC repair company. There's some other things you can do, but they're going to get to kind of the next level. If you stand near the unit and you turn it on, if you listen to it, if it's trying to turn on and then you hear it kick off, you'll hear what we call an inducer draft motor kick on, and then that'll kick off. If that's the case, yeah, you've got something with one of your safeties going on. Okay. So after you check everything else out, if you fire it up and you hear a small fan come on, which is the inducer draft motor, you should then hear the flame kick on. And if it doesn't, if it kicks off that inducer fan motor and shuts down, you've got bigger issues. You're going to have to call a contractor. Now, last thing, if you have a system that's working, but doesn't seem to be working as well as it should. Airflow is restricted. It just doesn't seem to be heating that well. Always check the filter. You should check the filter monthly anyways, but always check the filter. Filter can wreak havoc on a system. At the end of the day, don't do anything you're not qualified to do, you're not comfortable to do it, but you can also just check those simple things. So many times we get out to a home and it's a thermostat or it's a breaker issue and it's a simple fix. So check those things, and if that doesn't solve your problem, give us a call. We'll come on out, we'll help you out, or call whoever your preferred HVAC contractor is.